So yes, really failure had made me. So first of all, I want to tell that what is meant by the failure. That stage, at the stage we had lost everything. Many things we had lost at that things. As we can say, we are defeated on that stage. As we can say, that is called the failure. So now I want to tell my some examples. That is, first example is the James Dyson. Yes, James Dyson is the one of the man who had invented the vacuum, But what is his failure? That in his failure, he had failed 5,126 times. He had failed to make the vacuum, and by next try, he had succeeded, and at final he had made the vacuum. So its failure was 5,126 times he had failed, but at last he had succeeded. Next, I want to give the example of the J.K. Rowling. Yes, J.K. Rowling. Who was this woman? This woman has, you know about the Harry Potter script? Yes, the Harry Potter script has launched by her. And also I want to tell that what is her failure? Yes, her failure was not one time or not 5 times. His script, the Harry Potter, his script has rejected many times. Means 12 times his script has rejected. And at the 13th times, his script has launched, his script has published. So that is how succeed. At last she was happy because his script was launched. So at that time failure was lost time, but at last she doesn't lose her mindset. At last she had launched her script. The next example I want to tell about the Abraham Lincoln. Yes, who was the man? The man was he made the run in the 1948. He had lost for the Congress. In the lost his run for the Congress in 1943, and again he had lost in 1948, and this he again lost many times, and at last he was succeed many times. At last he was succeed, and what he had done, the Indian Republican Party had made strong. Republican Party had made strong because, and at last it was his succeed, and at last he was very happy because he get the succeed. Next I want to tell the Steve Jobs. Yes, everyone knows the Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple company. So now I want to tell that what is the failure of Steve Jobs. Yes, the failure of the Steve Jobs was the Steve Jobs had fired from the Apple company in the 1945. He was fired. But in 1945 he was fired. But again he was upset from his fire. But he tried. He led him back to the Apple company in 1997, and it was a success that he had back to the Apple company in 1997. Next, I want to give the last example of the Bill Gates. Yes, the Bill Gates. The Bill Gates was dropped the Harvard University